Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17 Out of Infinity. Hopefully, as I said last time, I do hope this is entertaining and adding something to the game. A good game. Last time, nothing that big happened. Just this one guy, Takashi I think is his name, was going down into this place called LeMU, L-E-M-U, L-E-M-U, yep. An amusement park underwater to meet up with some friends. And you also saw a kid that was sitting down in the park, waiting on somebody who he didn't know who he was waiting on. Amnesia strikes again, it seems. They never. Wow, that was bad. Amnesia never happens to any main characters in any Japanese games, does it? It's so uncommon. Sorry, I apologize. Still, guess it's a cliche because it can be made very interesting. But yeah, pretty much that's it. The kid was took on a forced tour by a girl named Yu. Absolutely no confusion can be made there. And as this one guy's descending, Takashi, no, why am I focused? I don't know. This little girl asks if he wants to hear a joke from her. So now she's going to ask. We had to decide whether we want to listen to the joke or keep listening to the lady explain what to do at this underwater place that's completely safe to just do whatever you want to. It's there's nothing so bad there. So you know what? We're gonna listen to the joke. We're gonna listen to this joke.
気になるかも。
OK。じゃあ教えてあげよう。昔、ある男が死んだおじいさんの幽霊に向かってこんなことを尋ねたんだ。
Okay. So this guy was just talking to his dead grandfather. Normal.
100万年と言ったら幽霊にとってどれぐらいの時間なんでしょうか。すると幽霊はこう答えた。100万年と言ったらわしにとっては1秒みたいなもんだよ。次に男はこんなことを尋ねた。幽霊にとって100万ドルってのはどんなもんなんでしょうか。幽霊は答えた。100万ドル。それは人間の価値で言えば1セントと同じようなものじゃ。その答えを聞いて男はニヤニヤと愛想笑いを浮かべながら最後にこんなことを聞いてみたんだ。おじいさん、ならばあなたも1セントを私に1ついただけないでしょうか。でね、幽霊は微笑みながらこう言った。ああ、もちろんいいとも。すぐにでもやろう。だが1秒だけ待ってくれないかな。
That's a good one. I've heard it. I think I've heard it. Something about a guy goes to heaven and asks God the same thing. I think that's the version I've heard before now. But yeah, I don't know if you'd say that's an old joke, but probably an old joke. Good one though.
どう？とびっきり生かしたジョークでしょ。
ところでこの加圧室に入る前に皆さんにイヤホンのようなものをお配りしましたよね。はい、そうです。今皆さんが耳に装着されているそのイヤホンです。これはただのイヤホンではなく音声変換器と言います。レミュの中にはヘリウムガスが充満しているのでこの変換器を耳につけていないとアヒルのような声に聞こえてしまうのです。
Also heard that if you breathe in too much helium, it unhealthy. Actually poisoned you or something now. That's probably it. Ooh, that's probably not good anyway. He removed his voice alternators to see what would happen. It's true, people really do sound like ducks. Then again, maybe they sound more like aliens than ducks. The voices of the people around him jumped to a strange, higher tone.
なあ、なんか喋ってみてくれよ。
なんかって
なんだよその声、すげえ笑える。
Coco hadn't been listening to the explanation. Which, to be honest, he hadn't been listening to much of it.
そうだ、さっきのコメッチョ、もう一回聞かせてくれないか。
どうして？
いいからいいから。
昔、ある男が死んだおじいさんの幽霊に向かってこんなことを尋ねたんだ。100万年と言ったら幽霊にとってどれぐらいの時間なんでしょうか。すると幽霊はこう答えた。変なの？さっきはちっとも笑わなかったくせに。
He put the voice alternators back in his ears and looked back at the staffer again.
さあ、説明はこれで終わりです。
Good job, dude. You missed probably very important information.
あと1分ほどでこの部屋の脇にあるドアが開きます。
So if I remember right, the last time I said it would take 17 minutes. So, how long did that girl drag out that joke?
ドアの向こうはエレベーターになっていますので、下降すればその先には素晴らしい楽園が広がっています。それでは海洋テーマパークレミューを心ゆくまでお楽しみください。
さて、それじゃ行くか。
Just as he headed for the elevator,
ところで、ねえ、一人で来たの？
ああ、俺？いや、友達とはぐれちゃってさ。
迷子なんだ。
ちょっと違うけど、まあ似たようなもんかな。エレベーターを降りたら、そこら辺歩いて探してみるよ。
さっきの係の人に相談してみたら？
お、それもそうだな。ちょっとすいません。
looking back, he saw that the employee had already disappeared.
じゃあ君、一人でレミューに来たんだ。
うん、そうだよ。
それにしてもさ。
After bending down to wipe away the white stain on his pants, you stood up. No comment.
珍しいよね。男一人で遊びに来るなんてさ。
That was true. It was a paradise, an amusement park. In that instant, he had almost forgotten even that.
でも、どうして連れの人と一緒に入場しなかったの？わざわざレミューの中で待ち合わせなんて。
それは。
Now that she mentioned it, who had said to wait on that bench? Whose idea was it? Why is it a good idea to ask somebody who can't remember anything a ton of questions? I'm pretty sure that's a great way to startle somebody's memory. Actually, it might be, I don't know.
まあよい。わけは聞かないでおいてあげよう。
Who was it?
しかしあれだ。要するに君は振られちゃったみたいだね。
振られた？
Stood up. It took a moment for the meaning of the word to register.
図星だったのかな。ごめんなさい。
She shrugged slightly, embarrassed.
まあそう落ち込みなさんな。
She changed modes abruptly and let out a hearty laugh. She slapped him solidly on the back. Yeah, it's a great way to draw our memory back. Okay, I think I almost said something smart there, but I lost it. Maybe Hurry up.
私がとことん面倒見てあげるからさ。ね。
うん。
He nodded, a bit overwhelmed. So, I was stood up. I must have been dumped. Huh? Then again, he wasn't sure exactly what had happened.
でもさ、
何？
ユウは今仕事中じゃなかったの？
固いこと言わないの。
No matter how many times he checked, she was definitely still wearing a LeMU uniform.
暇だったし、ちょうどよかったのよ。
He's a model employee, I'll say that. Yes, just latch onto a customer and don't let go. That's a great way to drive people crazy. They got in an X-like elevator together. The egg slowly began to move. It felt like they were slowly floating up.
上に参ります。
She whispered mischievously. The elevator was terribly crowded, and everyone was packed in like sardines.
ちょっと暑いね。
うん。
Her face was so close he almost bumped into it. Their bodies were flush against each other. She was soft and warm. He was surprised. All of a sudden, he felt embarrassed and started to squirm. Interesting. Wait, is this moving?
ちょっと少年。変なとこ触らないでよ。
She whispered into his ear, puffing out her cheeks. Crammed in the elevator, he couldn't even move an inch.
くすぐったい。あんまり動かないで。
そんなこと言われても息ができないんだ。
He couldn't move, but he couldn't bear standing still either. That's when you put your elbows to use. You start swinging them about. You don't care about who they hit, but nobody will get close to you if, you know, that would probably be the best solution here, kid. Do it. As he gasped for breath, he noticed her light perfume. Finally, the egg arrived at the top floor and his suffering was over.
ああ。
He let out a cry and bolted from the elevator.
どうしたのいきなり。待ってよ少年。少年。
He sprinted away, leaving you far behind. You, still, no confusion possible there. It wasn't that he was trying to escape from her. He'd seen something. At the edge of his vision, he thought he'd seen someone. Up ahead, that someone was still visible. He chased after whoever it was like a man possessed. I've seen that face before. I'm sure I've seen that face before. That was what his instincts were telling him. But where had he seen them? He tried to sort through his foggy memories. As he sifted, he kept running forward.
待って。
He felt a desperate need to meet the person. But he had to hurry. Eventually, he ran out of breath. Holding his pounding chest, he looked up.
あ。
There she was! I think I'm going to try to go a little bit more high-pitched with him since he's gone. Even though I think that the Japanese actor, I think the kid has a deeper voice. Mixed among the other people was a girl, standing. Okay. No, I'm not sure why they had standing there. He was sure that the person that he had been searching for was this girl. It was in the middle of the holidays, but for some reason she was wearing her school uniform. He wondered why she was alone here. Oh yeah, I've got something to talk to her about. She was by herself. She was all alone, just like him. What should I say? Where should I start? Let's see. He needed to calm down and focus. Huh? Why is it that I have to talk to her? Why in the world? Who was she? Who was she? She's... He was caught up in a wave of people. He got pushed into an elevator. It started to rise toward the surface. 51 feet below sea level, the elevator stopped at basement floor 1. He got off the elevator as if he were being spit out. This floor was called Boden. He glanced around at his surroundings. She wasn't anywhere to be seen. He thought that they had both ridden on the elevator together, but he had apparently lost sight of her in the crowd when he got off. I lost her. He hadn't even been able to say a word. He felt really depressed. Maybe... Did she call out to him? That idea suddenly popped into his head.
なんだろう、この感じ。
His heart was still beating furiously.
どうかされましたか、お客様。
A uniformed staff member different than you was talking to him.
どなたかお探しですか？
She gave him a warm smile as she said this.
そうです。
Feeling that he seemed a little desperate, he quickly blurted out an answer.
人を探しているんです。待ち合わせをしてて、でも会えなくて。
どんな方です？お名前は？
それは。ちょっとそこにいるやつ。
Patter, patter, patter. Suddenly, the sounds of footsteps came rushing at him.
僕のこと？あ、そうだ。
Running feet braked sharply beside him. The guy was out of breath.
実は聞きたいことがある。は？
Surprised, he slowly opened his mouth.
なあ、知らないか。
He does indeed look surprised. There was nothing to do but see where the conversation went.
いきなりですまないけど、知らないかな。
You don't know what?
ここら辺にいなかったかな。俺の知り合いなんだけど。一人は身長 5.1 フィート、体重17か。サングラスが似合ってない。手は遅いが、足は速くて3枚目。
This is kind of detailed here. You know, when I look at somebody, I don't instantly go, that person's 5'1". He weighs about 140 pounds. I don't know.
もう一人はスーツで丸刈り、ネクタイなし。耳にピアスが3つ、鼻に1つ。趣味は編み物。
Yes, I did see a guy wandering around knitting a sweater. That must be their friend.
そして最後はこう言って、派手なフリルのたくさんついた地味な花柄ワンピース。という、どこにでもいそうな3人組なんだけど。
Yes, I see those people everywhere I go. They need to stop following me before I file a police report.
見なかった？いいえ。
The young kid shook his head.
そっか、悪いね、呼び止めちゃって。
Waving slightly, he left. The youth continued down the corridor ahead. A girl came over to him and started talking to him enthusiastically. I'm sure that's about the only way she can talk to people. He thought he had seen her before. I wonder if she knows that kid. But a troubled expression appeared on his face.
ねえねえ、ここのコメント聞きたくない？
Don't do it, kid. Actually,
Q、誰？
it's not that bad a joke. It's a good one. Ah, so that's it. She was probably one of those kind of people that would talk to anyone about anything, anywhere, whether you were interested or not. I concur. He thought he would go down below. The elevator arrived soundlessly and swallowed the waiting patrons. He went with them further into the depths of LeMU. Or LeMU, I don't know. It is 15 after 12, so it seems. He walked around aimlessly. The attractions were all backed. The attractions were all packed with visitors. Everyone had beaming smiles and yelled happily, all evidence of LeMU's popularity. There should be a comma right there, right? I don't know. But still, wandering around a packed and lively amusement park all alone was a bit torturous. He couldn't help trudging around with heavy feet and slumped shoulders. He was on the verge of looking depressed, but held his expression in check.
しかし参ったね。
Gee, I wonder who he's going to run into. I bet it's someone we haven't met. Sarcastic. Walking around in this place blindly, he thought he might never run into his friends. The floor was a lot wider than he'd imagined.
あ、そうだ、携帯。
He took out his PDA multi-purpose communication device out from his pocket. Or you could have just called that a cell phone like he just did. Multi-purpose communication device. PDA style. He pushed a button. He didn't have any messages, no mail either. But the problem seemed to be, what, no signal underwater? Wow, who would guess that? It was out of range. At least that was what the display said.
マジですか。
Oh, you're asking, are you serious? This guy right here was probably like, when they told me to dress up like this, that was his exact same thing. Are you serious? I'm gonna be wearing this? Yes, they were serious, and you are wearing that. He looks very happy there.
このご時世に県外とは。
Then he recalled they'd said something about this being a giant tunnel in the middle of the ocean, where only select radio waves could reach. And that LeMU used specific electronic equipment which wasn't very compatible with mobile equipment. More than anything, they didn't allow PDAs to work inside, so the facility would be completely separated from the world above, as part of the attraction. I'm cool without my cell phone, but that is a weird draw. Most people nowadays, they would die without their cell phones. So it seems. If they couldn't use their cell phones, they would die. This would be the murder island. Hey, it's underwater, so you just shove them out like a chute and just no problem. Maybe that's the real reason for this place. At least that's what they told him at the entrance, but he hadn't listened to a word of it. maybe I should get them to broadcast a message over intercom. He thought it might be best to just ask a staff member. He decided to look for one. Don't ask someone to latch onto you like a leech. But there wasn't a uniformed person inside. There weren't many people walking around the corridors either. He turned a corner and entered a completely different corridor. There, right in front of him, was the giant Tanuki. My fiercest rival. They meet again. Wonder how this will turn out. But you guys won't find that out right now, because this is an episode. It's not even getting to the main branch yet. It's taking a bit longer than I really thought. But yeah. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said last time, I hope that this is adding some sort of entertainment value. I'm pretty sure when it really gets to... There's going to be a branch where you have to pick either the guy here, Takashi, or the kid, and you play through one or the other. And I think that's when the third person ends, and it's all the main character narrating it in his mind and out loud, interacting. So we're gonna go with this guy right here. But I was thinking by this episode we'd be to that branch, but if memory serves me right, that's still a good ways away. But anyway, I'm getting to where I ramble badly at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this added something to the game that you wouldn't get otherwise. Horrible acting. Laugh please. But enjoy the game too. Enjoy it for various reasons. Anyway, I shall return to play more of Ever17, the Out of Infinity, next time. Farewell.